Just sign with us.
So we can see on the screen.
Yeah, they're a little bit out. They're a little bit out of focus right now, but they'll focus back again. When they're all finished marking everything, then it's not going to look just like her eye like does now. It's going to be more like an image of her eye, and just so you know. And then when the procedure begins, it'll actually look like her eye again. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's interesting because most of my patients, their eye's very bloodshot from the numbing drops, but her eye's not. Every once in a while, like maybe once every 100 patients, you'll see someone that isn't bloodshot. And we don't know why, because bloodshot's kind of normal. Do you know what I mean? But it's just a bonus that she's not, so. Just because the numbing drops are irritating. Okay, so now this is where it's gonna look more like an image. It's not quite as dramatic, this part of the procedure. You'll see in a moment. It's still her eye, but it's gonna be more of an image of her eye rather than the exact detail you just saw.
Yeah.
And that green light just means that the laser's on. That's all it means. Okay, so now see that white image you see, the white circle? That means the laser is separating the very top layer of cornea.
Okay.
Okay? And then there's going to be an image that comes from the inside out, right there. That's separating the second layer of cornea, okay? And just kind of put that in the back of your mind, okay? So the doctor's going to laser the right eye, then he's going to laser the left eye, and then the procedure will begin. So he's going to do the exact same thing to her other eye, and then the procedure will begin.
Okay.
You know, it's still part of the procedure, but it's still considered prep work. So.
Oh, wow.
And the other thing I just wanted to note is, you know, because she didn't seem very nervous. She seemed more excited than nervous to me. Did she nervous to you? Did you?
No, she excited.
Yeah, she seemed excited when we spoke. But, you know, you're going to see when the procedure begins, there's quite a bit of touching of the eye. So in your mind, it's going to be like, if you touch the eye, you should be able to feel it. Your brain's going to think that, you know what I mean? But just look at her body. You can tell, like, she's very relaxed. You can't fake that. Do you know what I mean? Like, if she felt anything, we'd be able to tell, you know?
Now we do the other eye?
Yes. Now we're just going to see that white image again in a moment. Again, just has to line everything up again. And that's Dr. Wiley. I don't know if you met Dr. Wiley, but the surgeon is Dr. Wiley. And there again, there's the top layer. And then second layer. And they're actually going to remove the second layer, okay? When in the procedure, you'll see that part. The way the laser works, it's on a beam of, it's like beam of gas. So as it's separating the layer, it's leaving a little trail of like air bubbles. Okay, that's just the way it operates.
Okay.
So in a moment, you're going to see her actual eye again in detail like it was before. And the reason it's going to look like that is because when the laser was separating the layers, all those little air bubbles are trapped between the top layer and the second layer, okay? That's gonna go away in a moment, but that's why it looks white. Like those are all air bubbles, okay?
Yeah, so now the air bubble can...
Yep, now he's gonna go in, he's gonna leave that top layer, and he's gonna go underneath, and he's gonna break up any little bonds that are left. The laser did most of the work, but there might be a few little tiny areas that are still attached. So that's what he's doing right now, is he's going around and making sure that all those, because see, when he goes to pull on that second layer, he wants it to slide out. He doesn't want to tug on it because he wants it to come out intact. So that's why he's separate. Oh, it's already out. I turned and I looked at you and it's already out. So it's so thin. So he spread it out real quick to make sure he got it all, but it's already out. So that's how quickly it comes out. I'll have to pay more attention next time. And that little piece that he removed, that's the part, your daughter and I were talking about it. Who thought of that? Who thought that you could take out that piece and give her 20/20 vision? Because she told me you had Lasik.
I did.
So Lasik is a little more black and white. You know, you just pull the flap back, you zap the eye with the laser, and the laser reshapes the eye. This procedure, taking out that piece, is what reshapes the eye.
Oh.
So I'm always amazed that someone thought of that. Do you know what I mean? And that exact amount to remove, because Smile's only been around about 8 years. It's still considered newer. They would love to do Smile on all our patients, but not everyone's a candidate. So if your cornea is not thick enough or your script is a little different, then we still do Lasik. So that's why
So he got. So she got Smile
yes,
today.
yes. So we were talking about that. That's exciting too, because she was able to be a candidate for Smile.
Yeah.
So I think she's happy about that too.
She does.
Yeah.
I got mine done 12 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Smile wasn't even around yet.
No.
Now see, this eye isn't quite as white as the other eye because a little time went by and some of those air bubbles went away. But it's the same situation. He's going to go in, he's going to free it up, and he's going to remove that layer. Okay? I'm just going to go check to make sure my other patient's not here.
Thank you.
I'll be right back.
Are you going to the tech meeting next week?
Yeah.
So email, like, go on Facebook, and then she'll bring them to the tech meeting. Yeah. No, well, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna have a whole bunch in her car anyway. She lives like that. Yeah, there's nothing's changed. We have to do any. Okay. So. And I also have something that.
I didn't even realize the fireplace is fixed.
Yes. Gosh, you know what it was? The sensor was just dirty.
I thought about it and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna bother. Well, I can't break it. It's also like antiques. No, I'm gonna swing by. Hopefully, I'm gonna hopefully swing by on my way. I was gonna give you a thing, but if not, then maybe Sunday. Are you running around? If I don't,
thank you.
I'm desperate. I might reach out Sunday night. I saw Riley sitting there, but
You should be able to someone. He's here. I've seen someone.
Follow me. You can come back here, honey.
Oh,
Come
okay.
back in.
Thank you.
Here, come on in here.
Oh.
We're just gonna, and then you have a seat right here while the doctor examines it. You
Okay.
can sit right there.
Thank you.
Beautiful. You did awesome. Went smooth. Oh, that wasn't too bad, was it? Yeah, yeah.